Hi and welcome back to Natalie's Plot Life. If you are new here, my name is Natalie and I basically just show you what I do on my allotment plot here in Bristol, UK. My allotment plot is a plot of two halves. We've had one half for a year now, and last year we grew lots of vegetables. I did do my sweet pea teepee, but it's mainly for my little boy, and so we grow like pumpkins and stuff that he would enjoy picking and sowing, and it's got a swing on there. This half that I took on summer of last year and just kind of got it ready for this season, which I'm still doing. It's not ready yet. I mainly want it for cut flowers, and that's my plan. I've been watching a lot of flower farming on YouTube. It's not going to be a flower farm per se, because the way I'm growing, it's going to be in small quantities, so I can just make some bouquets for myself, my friends and family. It's not going to be massive like for a business, but yeah, it's definitely something I've really found a passion for and very much enjoying finding out how different flower seeds like to be treated, how they like to be woken up and germinated, some in the fridge, some on my windowsill. And I've done okay. I've got quite a lot germinated at home that are very happy on my windowsill at home now. And I would like them to go in a greenhouse, but I don't have one, unfortunately. So I'm just going to try and navigate that the best I can. So I was down here yesterday and I will just show you what I did there, and I will see you back here for more work. I planted my peas at the end of January. They did very well and they started to get leggy in my house. So I just chucked them out of my garden. Not chucked them, I placed them nicely on the ground outside in my garden. So they were outside anyway. So I thought I would sort this bed out and get them sown. I have a layer of ground sheet all over my allotment plot, except for in these pallet collars. I cut them out and then put cardboard down and then compost on the top last year, so that I would be sowing it into fresh compost, but should any plants want their roots to go further down in, they would be able to go fully into the ground. So my plan this year is to just top that up with another layer of cardboard and more fresh compost and sow into that compost. And if any roots do want to go further down into the ground, they will be able to access that. Some people don't like the compost that I use. It's the Supergrow 3 for £10 from the range. I used it last year. Everything grew very well, so I'm happy to use it again. If you saw my last video, you would have seen that I found these that somebody had fly tipped, and they were just perfect for my peas to grow up. I was going to put it in kind of like a wigwammy kind of shape, but I decided to go with attaching it to my pallet fence, just using these like cable tidy nail things. I've used them all over my plot. I bought a massive box of them and they have been so handy. The only problem I have with this is that there is a shady spot underneath where the peas will grow up, and what I am going to put in there. These are my peas. They were definitely a lot bigger last year, but I did put them out a lot later last year. I just thought I will put them out because they were out in my garden anyway and just see how they do. Last year I sewed everything into toilet roll tubes, which worked really, really well, although trying to take out the toilet roll tube when they were all stuck together and been watered for a really long time was actually quite difficult. I'm not sure how other people do it, but if you bundle cardboard tubes together for a couple of months full of compost and you're watering them, they do rot down and get all stuck together. So that wasn't my favourite last year. And while I had these little plastic tubs, I thought I would use those instead. So I think I did 5 or 6 of just garden peas. They are the early onward. The next 2 are Monge 2 that I will use in like stir fries and stuff like that.
And the last two right at the front are snap peas. They never make it home. They are just the perfect allotment snack. I highly recommend you have a couple of these on your allotment plot. They grow really quickly and they're, just a fun snack to have on the plot. Hoping it's not too early, that I haven't planted them out too early and they do well, because I am looking forward to having those. So 1st of March, that's the peas in. I'm sure you can sow them directly if you wanted to. I just know that rodents like to dig the peas up. So I just wanted to start them at home first. I also started some butterhead lettuce off at home as well. It's very leggy and struggling a lot. So I thought I would just get them out and bury them deep. I didn't bury them as deep as I probably should have. And they look a bit sad, but hopefully they'll perk up now. And I tell you what, I looked in every single shop, everywhere for celery and just could not find any. So I ended up with this. It looks a bit pale. It's not the celery that I'm quite used to. But it was the only one I could find. And I really wanted to grow some celery this year. So that's the one that is gone in. And I definitely oversowed that. I will definitely have to thin that out. But I am very happy because that is my second bed, completely full up. Obviously underneath where the peas are growing, I haven't got anything there, and I will have a think about what can go there. Then I moved on to my sweet pea TP. I planted some tulips in here in November and they're starting to come up now, which is lovely. I alternated like pink and purple. I sowed my sweet peas at the end of January and they were looking very leggy, so I put them out in my garden too. So I just needed to pinch them out. So I thought I would show you that you just get the top of the plant once it's got a lot of leaves on, at least 4, and just pinch the top out and you will get bushier sweet peas apparently. I did do this last year and I did have very bushy sweet peas, so maybe not apparently, maybe that is actually true. Last year I did string around my TP. It did work completely fine. I just didn't love it because it became loose. So I decided to go with this like mesh netting, this like 50p from Poundland. And I just cable tied that around the TP. I think it comes across a lot easier than it actually was. It was really fiddly to try and get this netting to sit correctly. I used a lot of cable ties and ground stakes to make this sit correctly. But now that it's done, I'm completely happy with it. It feels really secure. It feels like the sweet peas are going to have a lot to grab onto this year. And I will just be able to compare it to the string around that I did last year and see which works better, I guess. I definitely found my love of flowers last year because of this sweet pea TP. I didn't realise just how much I would enjoy it being on the plot, how much I would enjoy the flowers and being able to cut them all the time and take them home. Definitely like cut and come again flowers like sweet peas, zinnias and cosmos, stuff like that. I really want on my allotment plot. It definitely felt like my vibe. I will also say that the tomatoes also felt like that they were kind of pick and come again, and they were just so fun to do. And I'm looking forward to doing lots of tomatoes again this year. If you want any advice on what I did with my sweet pea TP, feel free to leave a comment because this is my second year doing it and feel like I've kind of nailed it a little bit. I'm really glad I put in this kind of permanent structure for it. And I'm going to leave the tulips there for next year. So hopefully they'll just come up as well. And I was going to put everlasting sweet peas in here. But then I found the ripple mix and changed my mind. just alternating in between the tulips. I am using a dibber to make a hole and popping the sweet peas in, and that's pretty much all I'm doing with that really. I'll make sure that they're watered. It's raining in the UK all the time at the moment, so I don't really need to water them as much as I was last year. And so that's it. Now we just hope for the best. Fingers crossed.
I would like this to start looking a bit more cage-like, and I picked up this from the charity shop, which was only £3, which is so good because I'm sure it's like £50. I just wondered how far one of these would get me. I think this is about 18 meters, so I don't think very far, but at least it'll be a start. So I'm going to do that and get this on. I'm hoping for like one of the thirds to be done. That would be really great. And then just hope for more of this stuff at charity shops. This one is a light green. I would normally get a darker green than this. And if Wilco still does this green, I'd like to cover it all in the same colour if I can. I mean, I don't hate it. It's very pretty. It's not perfect and it's not complete yet, but that's a start. Looks pretty good. Quite happy with how it is. This fruit cage could do with a good tidy up and a good wood chip everywhere. But yeah, and needs a door. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's getting there. Something that I would really, really like as a cut flower is foxgloves. I know that they're biannual, so even if I did sow them this year, I wouldn't necessarily get them this year. And so I just bought these from B&M. I bought some decorative kale at the beginning of the year and planted it here, which has been a good source of food for the pigeons, I'm guessing. But it's kept the ground alive with their roots. So I'm going to pull those out and put the foxgloves in their place now. Yeah, the foxgloves could go in there quite nicely. feed and a water. So that is those in. I had sunflowers in there last year, but these sunflowers are going in crates, and I've got some lemon ones that sprout a lot of flowers from the plot over there. They gave me some seeds, and so they are going to go along here potentially. And then I've got lots of sunflowers to pick, and each one of these crates means a different flower. I need to get a lot more crates because I've got a lot of flowers, and I think when I get home later I would just show you what I've got germinated and what is going in each of these crates. Yeah, so my plan up this top end is basically grow all my flowers into crates. And so I can move them around, move them into the shade, out of the wind if I need to. And I feel like one crate of flowers rather than a big strip like a flower farm would be, one crate is enough for what I want to do. Come on then. Come on, Zeno. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Beauty pie. Oh, yeah, it's scary noise. Scary noise. Yeah, it's alright.
As promised, I would show you my seedlings when I got home. I'm basically using this tiny little tray to start the seeds off. And once they've germinated, I'm putting them into the cardboard singular ones. And it's perfect because it's 9 spaces along and 9 in a crate is perfect. And I can talk you through what I've actually got going on right now. So Eric's Cosmos, they are actually from one of the people at the allotment plot, and they had beautiful little purple cosmos and gave me some seeds. And so I have 9 of those. There are 9 statice, 9 hollyhocks, and 9 stocks. Is everybody else's windowsill just full of seedlings right now? I'll go through these quickly and put the pictures up. But I've got carnations, sweet williams, cosmos the psyche white, and straw flowers in the silvery rose. I'm trying to do delphiniums, but I've also got some in the fridge. Some straw flowers, zinnia the white polar bear, Californian poppies, more straw flowers, scabiosas, and limonium latifolium, and apricotta cosmos. Up here I've got red marigolds for going in front of my tomatoes, the chrysanthemum snowball, and some baby snapdragons. I've got some angel wings here that need to be separated now, and 2 lots of cloud grass. These are all nigella. These are the zinnia peppermint mix. I've got some Ami on the go and some campanula. I've got lots of tiny snapdragons coming through now, and I need to thin them out because I just sprinkled the seeds, hoping that they would germinate and just leave one. These are Zinnia Wonder. They're not doing great in there. And this is some more straw flower. I've also got some wallflower going. So that's everything from me today. I could also talk you through my dahlia tubers next time if anybody would be interested to see what types of dahlias I am growing. They are currently trying to wake up in sandwich bags, so I don't know if any of them are actually awake yet though. No. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. If you like the video, please like it and feel free to subscribe. And I have set up a buy me a coffee. If anybody would like to do that, I have left it in the description below, and I will see you in the next one.